Hello, welcome to Achievers Academy. Today we are going to talk about logarithm demonstration. What do you understand about the idea of logarithm demonstration? So, and listen, to occur whenever we see a question that is very difficult to solve, whether you are going to use product rule, general rule, or quotient rule. So we employ logarithm demonstration. So to any question that is difficult or impossible to solve, whenever they ask you to do what, find the differentiation of, of any function. Now, please take note of this step. I want you to note this step and write it down. That whenever you have, when you have the basic rule, please take note. D, dy, ds into raised to power ln s. You are going to have 1 over s. Please take note of this. Dy ds into bracket ln s is going to be equal to what? 1 over s. When you have ln, is the inverse of that function. So therefore, please take note when s is what? Is greater than 0. So this is basic 1. So basic 2, where dy ds into bracket of ln s, close the bracket, is going to be what? Same thing, 1 over s, when s is not equal to what? 0. Please take note of that. So number 3, when you have dy ds into bracket log of s base a, so it's going to be what? 1, I said, let me say log, that is natural log, right? It's going to be 1 over what? 1 over s ln a. Please take note of that. This is equation 1, equation 2, and equation 3. So 4, when you have log AB, please, when you have log AB, this is a common general rules of logarithm from the basic. Now you are going to have what? Log AB is going to be what? Log of A plus log B. Is that not so? So when you have log A over B. Please take note of that. Division. Division is going to change to what? Minus. That will be log what? A minus log B. Is that clear? So, and the last one, logarithm to its base. So when you have log, log b raised to power s is equal to, is going to be what? That will be s into what? Log b. Please take note of this basic rule. Now, example 1. Example 1. If y is equal to s multiplied by natural log of s squared minus s. Please, I want you to take note and understand that whenever you have log, natural log is also distinct as ln. Please take note of that. So now, look at this problem on the board. We make use of logarithm differentiation to solve any difficulties problem that product rule, general rule, quotient rule, chain rule cannot solve. Please take note of that. So whenever you see a question that you know that all those methods cannot solve it, the next thing you do, you employ your logarithm differentiation. So now, solution y is equal to s into ln multiplied by ln s squared minus s. Find dy ds. Now, what are you going to do? If you look at this, what sign is it there? Product rule. So that means I'm going to use product rule when you differentiate. So dy ds is going to be what? Now, and what is the form idea about product rule? Please take note of that. There is a link on product rule. Please make sure you click and go and watch product rule. If you don't have any idea about product rule, product rule is said whenever you have what? Dy ds is going to be what? F, and you have f of s multiplied by g of s. So it's going to be what? F of s multiplied by g prime of s plus g of s multiplied by f prime of s. Is that clear? So now we are going to apply this method to this. Now, f of s, this is my f of s, and this is my g of s. Is that clear? So now, what is f of s? S multiplied by, what is my g prime of s? If I should differentiate ln s, I'm going to have 1 over s square minus s. Please take note of that whenever you have ln s square, it's going to be what? Inverse. 1 over s square multiplied by 2s. Please take note of that. So now, if we differentiate ln s square, ln is a function. And the s square is also a function. That makes it a function of a function. So now what are you going to do here? Ln is a function that is inverse 1 over s square. Now you are going to differentiate it again. Multiply by, when you differentiate s square, you are going to have what? 2s minus 1 plus, what is g of s? Your g of s is what? Ln s square minus s multiplied by, what is f prime of s? 1. So therefore you have something like this. That is going to be s multiplied by 2s minus 1 over s square minus s plus ln into s square minus s. Now, what are you going to have here? This is a factor. We have a common factor here. So you have to factorize s out. So if you factorize s out, you have dy dx. So dy dx will be equal to s multiplied by 2s minus 1 2s minus 1 into s into bracket s minus 1. Is that not so? Plus ln s square minus s. I believe you understand. So now, s we eliminate s. So the next thing we are going to have here is what? 2s minus 1 over s minus 1 plus what? Plus ln s square minus s. So that is your final answer. So let's look at example 2. If y is equal to s raised to power s, find dy dx. Now, I told you earlier in my previous video that whenever you have a question that is impossible to solve using general or method of differentiation, the next thing you are going to do, you employ logarithm differentiation. Now, y is equal to s raised to power s. What are you going to do? So solution, you are going to have y is equal to s raised to power s. So the next thing you want, you take log of both sides. So when you take log of both sides, you are going to have ln y is equal to ln s raised to power s. Are you there? So therefore, so that is going to have, you are going to arrive to what? Ln y is equal to s into ln s. Please take note. When you have log of p raised to power s, it will be equal to s log p. Is that clear? So that is what we quickly do here right now. So therefore, what are you going to do? You differentiate both sides with respect to s. Differentiate both sides both sides with what? With respect to s. So when you differentiate both sides with respect to s, so you are going to have 1 over y dy ds is equal to, so this is product rule. So we are going to have s multiplied by 1 over s multiplied by 1 plus ln s multiplied by 1. So that is going to be dy. That is going to be dy over ds. It will be equal to what? It will be equal to s cancel s. So the whole of this is going to be left with nothing. So which is going to be 1 plus ln s. Is that not clear? So 1 over y. Is that clear? So therefore, the next thing is what? You make dy ds as subject of formula. So therefore, dy over ds will be equal to y into brackets 1 plus ln s. So therefore, recall y is equal to s raised to power s. So dy over the s will be equal to s raised to power s into brackets 1 plus ln s. That is the final answer. Thank you so much.